The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman on there. Said one more time.
Oh, look at you. Taking credit. You director now. Can I just throw out there for,
She didn't say testing 194 nothing. What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. We on In a Man's World. Tighten up your belts. You're not a man yet until, Lewis is on assignment. He's at the Kylie Jenner Me Too movement. He's been outed as well.
Yeah. He's out there trying to defend himself right now.
So we thank you for tuning in on this glorious Friday.
It is.
Of In a Man's World.
And who are you?
I'm TDP.
Oh, I'm Jeff Arnold.
Yes, and this is In a Man's World. Shit, it's going down. Morgan Freeman, that's all I can think of right now.
Man.
The 7 deadly sinners now. It's me, Bill.
It's a great meme with Morgan Freeman on the phone talking about, what the fuck, Bill? You told on me?
Right.
And then Bill, they got the bottom of it. Bill is like, I told you, Morgan, if they come after me, they got us.
It's serious, man.
They coming after everybody.
Man.
I know Richard Roundtree and Billy D. Williams is shaking now.
Denzel.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I wish a motherfucker would. I double dare, nigga.
But what happened to the CEOs and all that stuff it was intended for? Where's their, I don't know.
What they publicizing, it's all about the celebrities.
Yeah. You
got to take them down. You got to take them down first.
Yeah.
You take the power away from them, and then everybody else will crumble.
That part.
And that's what it seems like they doing. It's coming down like we're going to destroy. We're going from the top and working our way down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like. Harvey Weinstein, he turned himself in today.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Handcuffed, female detective led him.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, he entered a not guilty plea.
Right.
So, so his lawyer came out, made a statement. Was like, Harvey Weinstein didn't invent the casting couch.
Oh.
As
a lawyer would say.
Yeah. So, so he's defending them. So, of course, they're going to attack the credibility, of the two women that he's, the complainants against.
But it was more than two women that came up.
No, it was filed. Two women,
filed. Actually filed.
It was filed.
Okay.
It's a charge, two women. But he has a total right now, 95 women have accused him.
Yeah.
So he has surpassed Bill. And that's just white women and maybe a handful of women of color.
Okay.
Celebrity
right.
actresses that are working, that he prevented from working, that are stars, that he took the title of them becoming potential stars, the 95. Just think of the other women that, the executives.
Right.
The hotel managers where he stayed at, the interns, the PAs.
Yeah.
Those women haven't come forward yet.
They're not the bigger voices, but they got it.
So I'm sure it's a long list. So his shit, his reign, his power is just, and he looks so pathetic, like going into court. And my dad always told me, if you're not guilty, you always walk with your head up. And all you see with these motherfuckers in handcuffs, their head just drop.
Right.
It's like that hall of shame.
I just remember that back in the 90s, like you say, like the PAs, like they would go from the set, because this is back when we was on the Warner Brothers lot. They would, from the set, they would like take scripts or medicine or whatever,
Right.
and they would go to certain people's houses, and you were like, oh, so how's such and such, and they would, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but I wasn't privy of all that stuff that was going on, like that they had to deal with that stuff, man.
Yeah. You have to.
And that's real.
Yeah, you have to like at 1 o'clock in the morning, you getting off, and they're like, "Oh, I just got a call.
Right.
So and so, they need this urgently.
Right.
So can you take this to their house up in the hill?"
And it'd be stupid stuff like, oh, he needs the pen off his desk or something, like, like.
Yeah.
Like, really gonna take one goddamn pen at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. And I got to wear this.
That part.
It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, that's wrong all the way around, though, for real.
I mean, but justice, karma's a motherfucker. Whatever you've done in the dark, eventually it's gonna come to light.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a moment,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all unraveling right now. And I mean, especially a man of his stature, Morgan Freeman. He came out and he did apologize today. He said,
what are you apologizing for?
He just said, if anyone I offended or, may feel uncomfortable while working on the set, that wasn't my intent.
But do you think the apology is too late?
Well, no, he jumped in front of it. He didn't wait.
Okay.
But the thing about it is that he's not denying it.
Right.
He's not
right.
fighting it. And he's not, going after these women saying, well, she lied. She lied because right now is 8 women that came out. And 2 of the women said that, just recently on the film that he just did in 2015, Going in Style, he made them feel uncomfortable because, one woman that she was pregnant and, he just stood and looked her up and down and said, I wish I was in there.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of right. And then the co-star Alan Arkin, he had to jump in and say, hey, Morgan, that's inappropriate.
Right.
And then the woman said, that he said it to, it freaked Morgan out. Like, oh, okay. And women said that, while he was on set, they had to change their appearance. They had to dress down. We couldn't wear things that would accentuate our body, to show our body off, our figure off, when we knew we was going to be around him that day.
Right, right.
So, and like, in his statement today, he didn't deny it. He just apologized.
Yeah.
So for what it's worth, I don't know if it's too late.
Well, a lot of people just convicted him on the fact that he had a relationship with his step-granddaughter. So people are...
But was she of age, though?
Yeah, she was of age.
Yeah. But then they look at it like that, okay.
Because that's how he messed his hand up. They was in a car accident with her.
Right.
And that's how they found out that there was a possible love interest there. In fact, Frida, you have something?
Yeah, I was going to say he's already losing endorsements. He lost the Visa deal.
Yeah.
And SAG is considering taking back his Lifetime Achievement Award.
Right. See?
There's one thing to maybe flirt. I think there's probably a difference between saying something as opposed to actually touching you. And I don't know, I mean, until more details comes out about Morgan Freeman, I just think that they're just like taking these guys down before any actual proof is given.
Yeah, it's all about now. It's the public court of opinion.
Now, is this all under the banner of the Me Too?
Yeah.
That's doing it?
Yeah.
Apparently, because even with the Weinstein case, a lot of high-profile actresses and female producers in the industry came out on him. So,
but his whole thing is, he didn't deny it. His whole thing was, it was consensual. Okay. They just upset because I lied to them and promised them something and refuted and took it back.
To get what I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's his whole thing is like, okay, I'm only guilty. And like his attorney said, I'm not here to defend bad behavior. I'm not here. I'm here to defend if he broke the law. And constitutionally, he didn't break the law.
Right.
So, he lied, took advantage or whatever he did. But like Rose McGowan said today, no, he raped me.
Rose McGowan.
Yeah, she was on MSNBC. Like she came out, he raped me. Asia Artina, when she was 21, in Cannes, like 20 years ago.
Film festival.
Yeah, the film
in
festival.
France.
Yeah. she was summoned to his room where she said he raped her. So he was a powerful figure.
Right.
Like they said, one phone call.
But has that statutes of limitation expired? I mean, how long ago was it?
Well,
didn't matter. That's Bill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, New York.
I know they got Bill.
Yeah, in New York, they reinstated it, I think, like back in the early 90s, where the statute of rape was like 5 years. But I think it's become like a murder statute. There's no years now. So it's
that's
running.
fair. I mean,
Yeah.
murder and rape and all that shouldn't have no statute of limitations on
Right.
it.
So, but the only thing is that because they saying that Harvey, occasionally resided in New York, occasionally resided in L.A., and he was like more or less like international, traveling back and forth.
Right.
So they got like that kind of like gray area of the law that they dealing with on that. I mean, but he's looking at just for the 3 counts. The minimum is 5 years. The max is 25.
And he's 80 years old as well.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
Who? Weinstein?
Yeah.
No, I was saying Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah. Morgan is 80.
Yeah, but Harvey Weinstein, if he's convicted, the minimum that he can get is 5. The max is 25.
Yeah, I don't think Morgan has.
He hasn't been charged with anything. It's just,
Right.
just 8 women came out and just said that they were just, his behavior on set,
was inappropriate.
Was inappropriate. So that's all. He just made, like you said, he's being accused of just words, just like,
He say she, he say she say.
Well, a couple of them said it was filmed, but I mean, it's like we've gotten to that point where it's just like if you say something now, is that consist of sexual harassment? Is that under the banner of sexual harassment?
Is it what you say?
Or how you say it in the manner you say it. So if you
Yeah.
walk past and you're like, girl, you got some, I like them legs, girl, goddamn. Is that
I mean, we've
considered?
been getting that all of our lives.
But
I mean, I
not-
don't-
Not you. Stop it.
Yes, I did, especially my legs.
There you
Yeah?
go. If you got the
I
heels
would
on-
say so, but I don't want to get a charge.
2 years later when you take it up like, y'all remember when you said something about my legs?
And it's on tape.
Yeah.
right,
okay, too.
right.
So, I mean, that's where we are now. So, back in the day, you can stand like when the wind used to blow. Remember back in the day? When the women, like on a windy day, walk outside, the dresses blow, and they like fight to hold the dress down, and you be standing there, girl, let the wind blow. Let the wind blow, girl.
Yeah.
And they be like stop, and they try to catch the back, and then the front pop up, and like, girl, stop fighting that wind. Let that wind blow.
Yeah. I know that was big in Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Like, let that Lake Michigan wind hit you, girl. Let it blow. Stop fighting Mother Nature. Nah, you can't say that now.
Yeah.
If you say it and that girl happens to like, okay, I accept it, and she smiles, maybe 3-4 women that heard that, they'll come up and say, that was inappropriate
Right.
for you to say something like that now. I mean, so now that's where we at. It's like you being more or less convicted on your words that come out, in the manner and the meaning that is being said,
Right.
And that's dangerous,
I think that it's also a problem when you're holding someone's job over their head. Like, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, then you're not going to get promoted or you're not going to get this job.
Right. Right.
How bad you want that promotion?
Right, exactly.
How
So-
bad do you want that raise, girl? Because I got a raise in my pants.
Right, so that's also, I think,
But that's been going on forever, too.
that doesn't make it all right. Though.
No, it doesn't.
No.
But I mean, it's just, that's just the way it's been in all industries.
But that's why they put a couch in the women's bathroom so they can go lay down and shake that shit off. A lot of women go in there and cry because they have to deal with that,
yeah.
like on their regular jobs.
The harassment that you subjected to every day, the
Right,
whistling, the cat call, it's just like, damn, I can't just come to work and I can't wear these shoes that I bought that make me feel sexy. And then, everywhere I walk, somebody's saying something.
Well, you said to feel sexy.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, damn.
But to me, like I say, I call them corporate hookers. You go into these high rises and you waiting on the attorney and all that. And then these girls is walking out with these tops and their titties is sitting up and they got these skirts on with these heels.
Mr. Arnold is ready for you now. And you're like, damn.
But I mean, they look nice, but like, what do you? Because you got to catch us and go, damn, you know, like
yeah.
And they look at you like, what did you say? Nothing.
And then you go in there and make the comment to your attorney, like, damn, who was that?
Man,
That's
who was
your sister?
that? Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that's sugar tits.
Is she single? She's like, no, she taken. You know?
It's tough. It's tough.
It's just such a fine line between
tough.
now flirting versus sexual.
Like even going to the meetings and everything, you know, you meet these presidents, vice presidents, women. Like shout out to Connie at BET. You know, we had the meeting. She came in. She was all, "Yo, give me a hug." It's like, oh Lord, where's this going? You know,
elbow or something. You know?
Ooh, it's tough. It's so beautiful and they smell good. You just want to just suck their necks.
That neck is shit. Like, girl, come here.
You know, it's. But I guess it's energy too. You know, if you got the wrong energy, they see that too. You know?
Now, Paul, have you ever been sexually harassed?
Most of my not sexually harassed, but definitely flirted with a lot.
Did you feel like if someone said like, "Damn, you was taken aback," like that was really fucked up, that was inappropriate?
There's never really been anything that I had to complain about.
No, let's go there. Okay, you at home,
Right.
you in your bed, you know, you got your nightgown on. I'm trying to paint a nasty picture, but I'll get in trouble.
You
You smoking a blunt, you put the blunt in the ashtray, you blow it out, you look at the city, you like, oh, I remember that time such and such and such and such did something that made me feel a certain way. Could I bring that person up on charge? Like, could I build up a story that would be believable? Whether you do it or not, but in your mind, you're like, I could really get him.
Because you've interviewed a lot of rappers.
I have, but I've always had a lot of respect in this business. So
Yeah.
I mean, guys have flirted with me, but it hasn't been to the point where it was disrespectful.
So no guys, no rapper, no publicist, no managers ever gave you a rub or a hug and like, yo, girl. You're like,
I
wait a
think
minute,
one
hold on.
time when I worked in an office,
Shh, let her talk.
the boss rubbed up
with that.
against my breast.
Oh, wow. Bless his heart.
Like, excuse me.
Right.
I'm going to order some chicken. Oh, I see you already got breasts. I'll just get legs.
My mother had tits like this. I
Okay,
never
so
would've
one
grown
time
up.
when I was a kid, though, another kid, I would say, sexually assaulted me.
Like, what are these?
What y'all doing, playing marbles, jump rope? What was
No,
y'all doing?
close. We lived on a hill
Oh, in Frisco.
in Frisco,
Oh.
and we had Big Wheels. You remember when Big Wheels was out at that time?
Yeah, you do got some big wheels.
But you know what's amazing, though, about her story, though? Is she remembers you.
Right.
Yeah, I
Verbatim.
remember that because
I
it
hope that
was.
motherfucker ain't big. Cause
It
he's coming-
traumatized me. But anyway, we're riding down the hill we're all getting ready to go down the hill on our big wheel. So the guy who was a little bit older than me was like, "You go first." But I didn't want to go first because I thought he was going to crash in
Right.
to the back of me.
Yeah,
And I
no
kept saying no.
Yeah, exactly.
Kept saying no, you go first. No, you go first. So I went first, and then he came on the side of me and grabbed my coochie
Ooh. Coochie grabber.
and kept going down it.
He's a great driver.
He didn't crash or nothing. Damn.
Oh my God, I was traumatized.
And you remember that to this day?
Yes, that was not
Now, is-
something you do to a 10-year-old.
Nah,
Oh, wow.
is that guy still alive?
I don't know. I lived in the projects.
I know he's still riding a big wheel. This guy got a great move on this thing.
Yeah. Like, I can
Power
power
steering is amazing.
Left hand, like, oh.
Now, you sure you didn't veer over to his side? Let's be clear here.
No.
You sure?
That's why he kept telling me that he already had it planned in his head what he was going to do.
Okay.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah, we are some nasty creatures.
Yeah.
You still got that big wheel? I know a hill.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's, wow. 10 years old. You remember
Have you
that.
guys ever been, because men get sexually harassed too.
I was.
Yeah.
I have a friend who actually sued his supervisor
Yeah.
because she was sexually harassing him.
I got her sexually harassed at a supermarket.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
How?
Girl, she's like a little dyke girl.
Put the cucumber next to your ass.
No. So I'm at the counter. She come up behind me. She brushed up against me. She's like, "Oh, can I go in front of you? I just got a few items." I was like, "Yeah, go right ahead." But she was so aggressive, just, all on me, rubbing the inside of my leg and everything.
Oh, wow.
I felt so uncomfortable, but I loved it. But I just didn't know how to,
How to
react
handle
to
it
it.
at the time.
She just came on so strong like that. So that was the only time I had really what I can remember.
One time a girl grabbed my ass, and I was like, "Hey, what the fuck, yo?" That was the one time, a girl, like, she that grabbed my ass, and I, like, grabbed her wrist. And I was like, "What the fuck you doing?"
Guys don't like that.
Yeah, and I was
I
like...
grabbed a guy's ass once, and that dude was furious.
Yeah, and I was like, "What the fuck you doing?" And
He still remembers it to this day, and that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it happened to me in the 90s. I was, like, at a comedy club, and I walked past, and the girl just, like, grabbed my ass, and she was like, "You got nice," and I just, like, grabbed her, and I remember squeezing, and she was like, "You hurt my hand?" I was like, "The fuck? Don't grab my ass like that. The fuck is wrong with you?"
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's shit like that,
See, so now you know how it feels for women to not want unwelcomed,
I was always that dude that, I had friends, like, on previous shows that I stayed, I had a friend to this day. That motherfucker, he's a hugger. And you look at that motherfucker, you like, "Nigga, what the fuck is you doing, yo?"
Yeah.
Because he'd come up behind you and he just like, "What up, girl?" And you like,
"Oh,
you can't.
to a girl. Oh,
Yeah,
no. A nigga would get straight elbowed in his ribs.
But he'd come up behind you and he put his arms around you, like, "What up,
nah.
girl? What's up? How you been?" And I'm
Nah.
like, "Dude, you can't." He like, "Man, nigga,
I don't even
me."
like the homies doing that.
Yeah, but that's how he is. He just like, he grabs you by the waist, and all of that. I'm like, "Man, you can't do that shit." And so I've always knew my boundaries, so I never crossed that line to where it's just like...
Jeff up in here trying to get the 2-arm hug from me. He getting the 1 arm right now.
No, I get the 4-arm and shit.
The
Side
arm.
shot.
Yeah, I get the side.
You got to get a big
shoulder.
wheel.
Yeah. And find a heel.
Right.
I get the shoulder, like, "What up, nigga?" Like, all right, cool. Which I'm cool with. It's all good, though.
Yeah, I can say the 90s, the clubbing days, girls are super drunk, and I never was, like, trying to take advantage of that situation. I just be all over the place. You're like, "No, I don't want it like that. I don't." But you just got dudes like that, just like, "Hey, man, walk her to the car, man. Walk her over here."
Man.
Like, "Nah, nigga, I'm walking her to her car."
But one of my side hustles is, like, I check IDs on the door. I see that shit every night.
Yeah.
And I see that shit. I'm like, "Dude, you really want to fuck her in that state?"
Yeah.
It's like, man, look at it. She's sloppy drunk. She throwing up.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And
I know dudes like that don't care.
Niggas don't give a
care.
fuck. They don't give a fuck. They be like, "Oh, man, she cool." Like, no, she not.
Mm-hmm.
She don't even know where the fuck she at right now. She could barely stand up. Like, I got her. No, man, you got to leave her alone, homie.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit.
Well, that's good. And you know what? That's important, too, that a lot of men take the stand, too, that are against that. Like, what's her name? Gwyneth Paltrow was on one of the shows the other day saying about how back in the day when Weinstein approached her inappropriately, she was dating Brad Pitt at the time, and she said Brad Pitt, like, stepped to the dude, like, "Yo,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a lot of guys kind of got to step to these dudes if they see it happening. If, like you said, somebody pulled Morgan Freeman's coat.
Yeah.
And
that's the whole thing. You have a lot of these cats that's, like, on payroll that enablers, and, like, they turn a blind cheek to it and, like, well, that's what he does. He cool. But have some motherfuckers like, "Hey, man, you can't do that."
Yeah.
Like I said, I see it every night when I'm out there, at them clubs checking IDs. I see it every night. I see motherfuckers just coming in, and especially if it's crowded, because you get a lot of women coming to the front complaining, saying, "Excuse me, like, are you security? You part of the security detail?" I'm like, "Nah, I just check IDs on the door, but I know the security. What's going on?" That guy right there with that shirt on right there, I was walking past. I know it's crowded. He grabbed my breast and he grabbed my ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go inside, then it's a confrontation.
Right.
It's like, "No, I ain't touch her." And then our friends are like, "No, he did. I saw it." So you put in situations like that.
Well, he definitely needed to be put out the club, especially if there was witnesses. I actually saw years ago in a club I saw Mike Tyson going through the club feeling on girls' asses and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there one night. It was at Peanuts.
Right
and that's
there.
a lesbian
There's a
club.
lesbian
Right
club.
there in Santa Monica,
And
yes.
he was in there, and the flower lady just kept harassing. He said, "Just give me the goddamn flowers." He just gave her a gag of money. Just threw the flowers on the ground. He grabbed this one girl, just grabbed her. She was just like a lifeless deer. He just stuck his tongue down her throat. I said,
Damn.
I was like, wow, this guy here. But it ain't like you gonna say, "Hey man, cut it out."
Yeah. You ain't gonna run up on that motherfucker and be like, hey, dude, yo.
No, just all girls, just deal with it, you know.
But what happens when the woman, like, crosses the line? Like, the woman in Texas, you know, when she falsely accused the Texas state trooper of rape. You know, because she was drunk driving home. She got pulled over.
Right.
And she probably offered him something to get out of it.
No, I watched the whole tape.
Oh, it's on tape.
Yeah, they released his body cam because she came out when she got released.
Oh, so she
came out
and admitted she lied after the tape came out.
Yeah, she came out first and said that he grabbed my vagina. He took me behind a building. He raped me. He pulled out my breasts. He did like this. Driving in a car, he was lifting up my skirt, saying, "What you got under there? What's between them legs?" I called my fiance. My fiance came to the location where you had stopped me at, and what he said to me scared the hell out of me because he said, "If your fiance has a gun, I'm going to shoot and kill him."
Yeah.
You know, but none of that was said. The officer, you know, he was white. You know, he was very nice to her.
Yeah.
When she got, you know, the thing about it, she had body and she's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the bottom line was her cuteness didn't work for her. So she got upset. So when you watch the body cam footage of it, you just saw her demeanor. Because she sat there in the lockup with her hands cuffed, you know. And I always said that, you know, you act tough and you talk all that shit, you know, while you not being restrained.
Right.
But once you hear that, your whole attitude changes.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, shit, like, this shit is real now.
I'm in custody.
Yeah, this shit is real right now, you know. And because you saw her starting to sober up fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and he was polite. He opened up the door. He, like, step in.
Watch your head.
Yeah, she got in. He didn't touch her at all. She was like, "Can I get this out my purse? Can I take this out my purse?" And he was like, yo, wait, hold up. We're not taking all this out. What's important to you? Well, can you get my wallet? Right. Okay, I get your wallet. I got another wallet. What's the other wallet? It's a Louis Vuitton wallet. Can you get that for me? Yeah. Can you get my phone? He's like, okay, I'm not getting all of this. We leaving. Okay, what's important in this wallet?
Right.
Give him this card. So all of that conversation, driving back to the lockup, it was really minimum conversation.
Right.
It wasn't nothing. And when she got in there, you could just see that she's sitting there, and you can just see her. She was cool. He asked us, like, why is the hyphen in your name? Because I kept my ex-husband's last name. So you buying a house? Yeah, me and my wife, we trying to buy a house. It's
General conversation.
Yeah, wasn't nothing in that. So, but when she got out, she came to her fiance, and she concocted, and she made up this story, and he's complicit in the lie. And that's the fucked up thing about it, because as a real man, you know, and I'm just going back on one person, my perspective of it, is that they've had this argument before of her going out, drinking, getting fucked up, driving home.
Right.
You know, so she had to save face this time because normally she's made it from the club home fucked up.
Right.
You know, she's made it home, and he's like, yo, you driving drunk again or whatever.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. You know, so she had to save face this time. You know, because now he read her all her rights. You know, like, if you refuse to take a breathalyzer, this is going to come back. Your license will be suspended up to a year.
Right.
Your car will be impounded and all that. So now the reality of the DUI is sinking in.
Yeah.
So now I got to save face from this shit. So she came out with this story that, you know, he touched me. He touched my vagina. He did. And then dude, her fiance, went along with the shit. Now, if you're a real man and your girl is telling you this shit, there's some serious accusations.
You got to ride with her.
No, you don't. But my thing is, if I'm her fiance, I'm questioning her first. Okay, you sure he did this to you? Let's go to the emergency room where you can have a rape test kit performed on you.
I hear that part, but initially you just hear that, like, oh, she said it, he did it. if that's your fiance.
But that's you working off a woman's emotions,
drunk emotion,
and and go back to being on the door. I see that shit every night.
Right.
Like Lewis came and he hung out with me one night, and right before he got there, is an instance. A couple went to the strip club right next door. Mm-hmm. Take your girl to the strip club. Yeah. Whatever transpired and went on in that strip club, it didn't go down with the girlfriend. Because she came out, right? Mm-hmm. Now, we standing there. I'm standing at my little, the spot that I'm doing. And it's a group of young black guys, some Mid-Eastern, some white guys. They were Indian. It was an Indian couple. Mm-hmm. And she's been westernized now. And she came out and she was furious, Tita. Mm-hmm. And she slapped the shit out of him. I mean,
Salt.
Man, you heard it. You heard it. And she standing there and she just talking. And dude was just like, of course, all the brothers, the young motherfuckers like, man, fuck that. Nigga, that bitch should be Ray Rice, nigga. Fuck that shit, nigga. And then she threw a shoe at dude. And I'm just like, but you see, with alcohol, it induces an erratic behavior. Mm-hmm. I see that shit like a woman last night came and she fucked up. And I just said, yo, you can't come in right now. Yeah. Why? Because you need some air. I don't need no air. Mm-hmm. And then they get emotional with you and they play on your emotion. They appeal to your emotion. Why are you being mean to me? Yeah. I'm not being mean to you. I'm just telling you, you can't come in right now because you need some air. Well, what are you insinuating? I'm drunk? I didn't say that. I just say you need some air.
Nobody likes to deal with a drunk, though.
But then they play with that emotion. Now you being mean to me. You're so rude.
Yeah, they showed. I seen online where they had the 3 drunk girls standing outside of the club. Yeah, attacking the bouncer, and I think he knocked the shit out of one of them.
Yeah, you gotta push him off you and be like, yo, you need to back up because they come sober, and they leave fucked up. Yeah, and I mean they drink excessively. Yeah, and you sit back and you as 55 now, mature, wiser, you sit back and like, damn, do I want to wake up next to that? Yeah.
Like they make that cocktail hour, whatever cocktail hour, they go get it in, boy. They do.
One girl last week, she came, just turned 22, Hispanic girl, got off work late. Her birthday was getting ready to end, just turned 22. Mm-hmm. Her girls was like at the back, bitch, you got to catch up. Bitch, you got to catch up. You behind. You know that young Hispanic girl did 7 tequila shots back to back. Mm-hmm. And by the time she left out of there, within 90 minutes, they were literally holding her up. Right. Like walking her to the car, and she's throwing up all on herself, walking back to the car. Yeah. And I'm just like, and they don't know the dangers of alcohol poisoning, all of that shit. But then you get motherfuckers that I can drive. Yeah. So my point going back to old girl in Dallas, yeah, she deserved to be arrested because you're driving under the influence. Right. And I don't give a fuck what people say. I can handle this shit. No, you can't. Mm-hmm. You can't because now you're only endangering your life. You're endangering my life. Right. You know? And most drunk drivers are involved in indirect or they cause an indirect accident. Yeah. They don't even know they caused an accident because of an erratic move that they made driving and all that. And I think that she deserved to be arrested. And her boyfriend, he's complicit in the fucking lie.
Here's a little knowledge in a little game because you got, like I said, they make those cocktail happy hours and all that. So drunk driving. 5 to 7. Yeah. So you get DUIs and you get those accidents at between 8, 9, and 10. And then after the club at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So those times you really got to be careful because they out there.
Now, the guy, the girl that got pulled over that lied on the trooper. Yeah. Her boyfriend showed up?
Yeah. She called her boyfriend. He came to the scene. And he was like, yo, can I just take her home? He's like, no. Because the officer gave her a field sobriety exam, and she failed that. Right. And he's like, yo, I'm arresting her for, DUI.
They say you don't have to take those if you can you could decline.
But then you still subjecting yourself to being arrested. Right. Yeah. Because it's up to the discretion of the officer to say, well, you refuse to take it, and I'm looking at you, you're wobbling. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to let you get behind the wheel. Right. So I'm going to arrest you. And I saw a person leave a bar that I was working at, walking down the street. That motherfucker lived 2 blocks away. And that motherfucker falling down, and the police just came on the other side and just like arrested him for being drunk,
Public intoxication.
Yeah. And I'm like, and they came back, and I'm like, yo, my man was walking. I'm like, that motherfucker.
What are you supposed to do then when you're drunk? It's not illegal to be drunk, but would he just sit there until you sober up?
I see the Migos do it all the time. They got their cowboy hat, the big old wrestling belt.
Yeah.
They just stumbling down the street.
Hey.
What, the Mexicans?
Yeah, got their boots on. Got 2 tacos in his hand. Like,
But if you
he
stand
gonna
there
make it.
and you on the door checking IDs, this is a question for both of you. If you stand there and you see I'm clearly fucked up and I'm going to get in my car, are you gonna call the police?
You gotta do something. You can't let.
But if you come out and
it's
you know
just,
me,
you say I would take your keys.
and I'm like, Paul, this.
Remember that
I'm
time
fine.
we took DJ Always keys?
Fuck it then.
Always we was at a bar having drinks. Always had enough. Took his. We told him he couldn't drive.
And how did he react?
He
I'm
took.
okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. And then
No, you're not.
Then he took his keys and threw it.
Throw them in the air.
Threw him. Like fuck it.
But you have people that like when they come up and I clearly see they fucked up, and I'm like, okay, you all walked up, y'all cool. This right here, you gotta wait right here.
Somebody in the chat room said Mexicans can hold their liquor.
Yeah, they can. They can.
They can walk in an earthquake, boy. They just say, whoa. Oh.
But
Take
if
them 10 minutes to get up on the curb. Like, wait a minute, how do I navigate this shit?
But you see a lot of them though, man. It's like you see a lot of.
What's the drunk? Have you? I know you've gotten drunk at least once in your life.
Yes.
And where did you find yourself after being drunk? Like, did you do anything crazy?
I found myself what made me stop drinking. Well, when I was back doing the partying days, the cocaine and all that, and I just got to the point where I was just like, how fucked up you trying to get? I was like, how fucked up? I threw up on myself.
It's the worst feeling to have a hangover. That is just like the worst.
Yeah.
And it's a true story. What made me stop doing cocaine?
Oh, wow.
This what made me stop. I just
Wait, excuse me. Okay, go ahead.
I
I ain't gonna stop.
No, this what made me stop. I had just got through opening up for Frankie Beverly and Mays in Chicago. I was upstairs. We partying in a hotel suite. My boy was a cocaine dealer. So I'm up there. We kicking it. We having fun. I go in the bathroom. 3 girls come in there. He's sending them in there. We just, we start freebasing, start doing lines, we kicking it. Girl, pull my pants down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sure
I'm
was a
getting ready
girl?
to get busy.
Sure was a girl.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to get busy with 3 girls. And I'm sitting
Allegedly.
Yeah.
there. Exactly.
Can't verify this story.
No, exactly. But the thing that stopped it was because I never forget, the girl looked at me and she was like, oh my God, he got a little baby BB. And my shit has just swiveled up.
Oh, had a little Halloween candy.
Yeah, and it was just like that.
Little Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. And she was like down there, she was like, oh my God. And she told the other girl, she was like, look, he got a little baby PP. And I was so embarrassed.
Did the Coke do that?
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. And I looked down and I was just like, I'm done. I'm like done.
Wow.
And I just like walked up out that
I thought it
motherfucker.
made you supposed to make you hard.
No.
No?
Did you snort it or did you freebase?
It doesn't matter. It ain't like what people. It's not like what people say. It's not like what people say. It's like you think your shit gonna go. No. It ain't like that at all. It has a different effect.
Somebody say you try to blame the cocaine.
Instead of birth.
I can corroborate my shit, yo. I got witnesses. Like that nigga there is like, what?
Wow.
I've been told, like, you're not putting that in me. Nah, but that's what made me stop. And then the drinking is like when I threw up all over myself. And, my mom looked at me and she was like, really? This is what you becoming? So when you just, you wake up and you like, your puke is all next to you, it's like at some point, like, all right. And like you said, the 2-3 days afterwards, trying to recover from that shit, that's a motherfucker. because your metabolism is all thrown off.
Yeah.
You know, your sleep, you know, you just lethargic. You can't do shit. That's the part that I hated. So it's 30 years, 30 years. And I'm
That
good.
you ain't had a sip?
I ain't drank and ain't did nothing 30 years.
Yeah,
and
I could
feel
do it
good.
out. I'll take a sip here and there, but I definitely can't drink like I used to.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
terrible.
Now, when you smoke, do you still feel that you can drive?
Hell yeah.
See,
I smoke and drive.
Roll up and drive.
and that's another thing.
That's a skill I got to acquire. I've seen people do that, though.
Yeah.
Roll and drive.
Now, have you ever gotten to the point where you smoked and you like, I'm good?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm fucked up. I'm good. I
Yeah.
don't want to hit. I'm
Right,
good.
I have.
And you, but you still like, and you wake up the next morning, it doesn't have
No,
that.
it doesn't have no after effects.
Okay. All right. All right.
That's the good thing about it.
I never was big of a weed smoker. I never was.
Yeah.
I just never was. It made me paranoid.
Yeah, it depends.
What does
That
cocaine
good weed,
do?
that good weed get you paranoid.
No, cocaine made me feel like I was the coolest motherfucker in the room. Like I was
Okay.
I had all
With a baby
yeah, with a baby dick and shit. with a baby
He's the
dick.
coolest nigga in the room
With a baby dick. Yeah, exactly. It made me feel like I had the quickest answers to, and I had all the answers to everybody's problem. That's how I was. I really felt like Superfly up in that motherfucker. But the weed made me like
$2 shots for baby penises all night long. Shit, I'm gonna get drunk in here.
Can I put a nipple on that, people? No, but the weed always made me motherfucking paranoid. Like I was like made me think of shit that I did. Like it did. Like it's like I smoked joint. It's like, damn, I gotta call Miss Johnson up and apologize. I stole her lawnmower.
Oh, damn.
wow.
Yeah, that's the shit that made me like.
That's
damn.
truth serum for you. Yeah.
Like, and I hated that feeling. Like it's like, damn, it's like motherfuckers following me. It's like no, so no. Weed always made me paranoid. The liquor, I was able, as fucked up as I got, I was able to control because that liquor, give you Braveheart. For some odd reason, that liquor,
Yeah.
that make you feel like you motherfucking Iron Man strong.
Did you have different reactions to particular liquor? Because I know when I used to drink gin and tonic, I would always be wanting to fight.
Wow.
But
we
if
get a
you drink
Tanqueray
like
over here?
wine or something, that's mellow. So was it a difference in how you?
Wine. Growing up in Chicago, on the corner, you drank, Wild Irish Rose. That made you just want to you take on the world.
Right.
That brought out the pit bull in you. You like nigga. You like nigga. What? I could lift the car.
Right.
My favorite drink at the time when I was drinking was Crown Royal and 7-Up.
7 and 7.
Yeah. Or back then, the vodka, cranberry juice. My
Cape
brothers,
Cod.
my brothers and my dad, they always went hard on my uncles. Like I was never a Scotch drinker. Bourbon. As they say, in the olden times, I wasn't mad enough, didn't have enough hair on my chest because that bourbon would knock you down.
Yeah.
And I see motherfuckers drink that bourbon, and they ready to go toe to toe. So I mean, the liquor, the brown liquor, kind of smoothed me out.
Right.
I never was violent, or I never was that tough guy when I was inebriated. I was intoxicated. I was always more like the motherfucker.
Was
sitting
you a
back.
lovable? Because they got the lovable drunks that love everybody when they drunk.
No, I was more chill. I was just more like I'm like enjoying this shit right now. Don't fuck with me.
I'm fucked up.
I'm fucked up. Yeah,
It's
exactly. Yeah, and I always try to keep it like I wasn't high. I always kept that like you fucked up. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You a brown liquor drinker?
Yeah. One time I got fucked up and drunk and drove.
Whoa.
One time. We was at Pudding Stone Park. That's out by the 57 at Raging Waters. So it's the lake out there. So
You
they was
fucked
having so I got fucked up there. So at Pudding Stone Park, there's some hot tubs. You can rent the
Right.
hot tubs and all that.
Right.
But it was a luau. So they had performing and everything. So I went up and did my thing. And then I met the sister that worked at the hot tubs. She said, "Oh, you were so funny. We all hanging out, by the lake or whatever." I said, "Oh," she said, "I wasn't at the show, but I work at the hot tub." So I got her number and everything. I said, I'm going to call you. She said, well, give me your number, too. This back in the pager days.
Yeah.
So, we drinking the rum punch and all that shit, right? So I'm pretty much on one. So then the after party was in Long Beach down in Baymont Shores.
Right.
So at the high rise and everything. So she hit me on the thing. She said, well, where you at? I said, well, I'm at the after party. She said, I want to come just drunk because I'm drinking at the party, too. I'm going to come get you. Like, where you at? She said, well, I'm in Duarte. I was like, what the fuck is Duarte? By the 210. I said, oh, you stay up there? Man, I got in my car.
Nigga, you drove?
Drunk as a motherfucker, Jazzy.
Nigga.
Flying. If I would have got caught that day, I probably would just got out yesterday. Man, I'm just going through traffic.
And
pick
you
her
made
up,
it.
Made it. And got her back to the party, too. Made
Damn.
it back to was drunk as shit. That was the one time I ever
And how much
drove.
had you drunk? And you drank wine, rum?
The rum punch. You know they had the big old
Right.
the shit that be at the football game, the big old jug. So you just keep hitting that.
Right.
So when I got to the party, that's when it hit me.
Oh.
I'm like, woo. So then I'm still drinking some more. And she hit me. So I'm fucked up. I couldn't even stick the goddamn key in the car.
Now, have you ever gotten to that point smoking and drinking where you just like,
I
nigga,
never
I'm
double
cool.
indulge. If I'm a drink, I'm a drink. If I'm a smoke, I'm a smoke. I'm not going to do both.
So have you ever got to that point where you was like, I can't take another shot.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
Oh,
nigga,
yeah.
No, I can't.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm not a heavy drinker. But if I do drink and I feel it like, oh, shit, I'm there. I'm ready. Yeah,
Now, what kind of drunk are you? Are you like aggressive?
I talk shit.
You ready to come out?
Ooh, I talk shit.
I don't know if I've ever seen you drunk, Tito.
No, you ain't see me.
What?
No. That time, one time we went to the Cork, I was fucked up, but it didn't hit me till I got outside. I was like, oh, shit.
Now, is you that type if a nigga just walk past
Last time I got drunk was at the Cork, too. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
you? Are y'all violent drunks?
No, I'm not violent.
Like if a nigga just accidentally bump you, like nigga, because I seen that. Like, hold up, dude, he accidentally bumped you, man. It ain't that shit. No, nigga, fuck that.
Because internally, I feel good. So it's like, oh, shit. You know, it ain't like you in that state all the time, but just like, you just be like,
Now, is your
whoa.
Mac game on point then? When you
It's
like,
super on point.
nigga, you be like,
Super
shit.
on point. I got all the lines in the world.
Woo,
man.
nigga.
Man. How you doing, young lady? I don't come here often, but I see
But
you.
when I
and
do.
When I do is
Well, I hit him with the whispers line, blowing off that cocaine. Girl, you look like you got some of the best pussy up in
Oh,
this
my
motherfucker.
God. Now,
Oh, wow.
see, now that would have been
But you how
offensive.
smooth you got to make it, though.
That wouldn't have been smooth.
If you
I don't
drunk
know
and
how-
I'd have caught you
I don't
on
know
that
how
night.
you can say that in a smooth way.
Shit,
But that works
okay.
for some women.
Yes, like
Some women
what?
enjoy
Like, I just
that.
want to
Yeah,
find out how.
I
I
guess.
just want just a piece of it.
You just got to know who to hit it with.
Exactly.
You know?
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so how do you know by saying that to what woman that's going to be approved by?
Because you can see when you're a freak, your freak meter goes off. You can like you're sexually attracted to another freak. You can just like bam, that's right there, bam.
Somebody else is so nosy in the building. No, actually, Lewis is working. Big ups to Lou. We glad that
Yeah.
Hell, Daisy.
he's in Jersey doing a show with.
He said he murdered him last
Craig
night.
Robinson.
Craig
With
Robinson.
Craig
Yeah.
Robinson. Yeah, he was happy. He was, that's a. I think like I
Lou
told
is
him.
funny. Lou's stand up is funny.
Funny looking.
I appreciate the fact that he caters to his age group.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and he's a good fit for Craig. He's a good fit.
It seems like they're a generation apart, though.
But no, he's a good fit for Craig. I mean, he gets the audience right there for Craig, so he's a good fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just got to engage your audience, and
Yeah,
once you get everybody on the same page, then you go. Some people just go and don't even engage
man,
the
just
audience.
go hard,
Yeah.
just like I'm coming out doing my act. No, no.
Some people like to eat, some people like to drink, and then you get those who come in who high. You got to know who's who in the audience to get them all together
Yeah.
at the same time.
Now, have you performed fucked up?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's something I can't do.
No.
Yeah, that's something I can't do.
No. One time I did. I was back
Smoked or drink?
drank.
Ooh.
And I had a Wild Irish Road and a night train. That's back in the day going to the Birdland Web.
Oh.
Shout out to D.L. Hughley. That's when
Tuesday
D.L.
nights.
That's when D.L. was hosting. I'm right there on the 17 getting fucked up. So I went up there that night. It was great, but it was I feel like the hangover afterward, it wasn't worth it. But it's like, ugh.
And you used to drink that Wild Irish?
That's when you want to get that cheap quick high.
Man.
They didn't have Red Bulls and all that shit back then.
Oh, man,
you
come
had
on,
to,
man. Boone's Farm, apple wine. 3 of them.
Cisco.
Strawberry.
You drank Cisco? That was in a little bottle.
One time.
Oh, I could, yeah.
And all you needed was a few sips of that.
Ooh, that was syrup for real.
Ooh, that was syrup before it was syrup.
Yeah.
Ooh, that Mad Dog, boy. You break the bottle, come in that brick.
Mad Dog 2020.
Man, we used to fuck that shit up in the wintertime. Like, nigga, we going to the party, nigga. Like, let's get that Mad Dog. And then we do 2 shots of Jack after that. Like, ready to go.
Ooh.
You
I
don't
can't
drink
do
Jack?
that, Jack. I throw up on that.
You know what drink throws up if I still smell it to today? Because when I drank it with my brother, rum.
I can't stand Hennessy. I can't stand
Really?
the smell of Hennessy. I just don't like cognac anymore. I used to drink cognac.
Remy Martin?
Now I like whiskey.
Remy, yeah, that's my shit.
Whiskey
Remy.
Cavazier?
or tequila
That's my shit.
if I do drink.
Oh, you don't drink that much now?
Nah, I can't. For some reason, it just fucks me up now.
What about wine?
Wine is good. Beer,
Okay.
too. I
Oh,
drink
you
some
drink beer?
beer.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, you like to burp? You look like a burper.
Hey, guys, we're going to take a quick break.
For what?
And
Get a
we'll
number
be
out,
back.
Jazzy. Do something.
323-293-3375.
For what?
Please give us a call and chirp in and let us know your drunk experience and all of that.
Yeah. and
Reveal
any
yourself
topics
to
you
us.
want to ask the guys while Lou is gone.
In a man's world,
Yeah.
tighten up your belt. What?
And, hold on. Let me turn this shit down.
Drunk already.
Yeah. Shit
Drunk
don't happen
already.
on
It ain't
the
even Friday. I mean,
It is Friday.
evening
Since
yet.
you off some days.
Damn.
That's when you know you balling.
all right, we'll be back.
Have you been looking for something delicious and amazing to eat? Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market has just what you need to fill that appetite. Come on in. Try our signature hot and cold sandwiches made with Boar's Head quality meats, as well as our salads, smoothies, and special vegan items. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market also offers premium catering for any event. Give us a call at 347-981-8408. We're a family-owned business located in the heart of Leimert Park Community, 4308 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Brooklyn Deli 14. And look us up on Yelp. See why we're rated 5 stars. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market, where quality food meets excellent service.
Cut! All right, let's take it again. Ah! Cut it!
I have what you need.
Love at first sip. Every time.
That's a cold beat right there. You can freestyle out there.
In a man's world, tighten up your belts.
All day long.
We're right back with another topic. And
But you forgot who you
oh, I'm TDP.
I'm Jeff
Shit.
Arnold. And Louis Dix is
He's working.
allegedly.
He's on the East Coast.
No, I think he's, rekindling with Code 3.
Out of town?
Anybody
Yeah.
got an update on that?
I think she's out of town, participating in the stand-up.
In police work.
Yeah. Incognito. They got the safety work going on all weekend. He didn't tell me that when I asked him. I said, "Is
Yeah.
Code 3 coming?" He's like, "Hey, man." I was like, I'll call you back." I'm like, "What?"
Oh.
I'll call you back.
Oh.
You know?
I wonder if he called her after the show last week.
Yeah, because I didn't hear from him. I didn't hear from him at all. If you want to call in, please hit the hotline 323-293.
For what?
3375. Call in and let us know what you think. What's going on now? Houston, the restaurant. Oh, here we go right there.
Caller.
The Cocaine Chronicles portion of the show brought to you by John Lemon and this motherfucker.
All
Mr.
day
C.
long. What's up, player?
How y'all doing, man?
Better than I deserve.
Yo, that story, man, is hilarious, bro.
That's real, man. I ain't making that shit up. I was sitting there, had three bad bitches, yo, and I was ready to get it on. And they took my pants down, and I was like, what the fuck?
Damn, that's hilarious, bro.
That made me put the pipe down right then and there. I said, I never touch this shit again.
Word.
Yes, sir.
That's funny.
That's the effect that shit have on you, man. Stay away from drugs, kids.
Yeah.
This is your brain on drugs. In other words, it's John Lemon's dick on drugs.
I can make my weenie disappear, ladies.
Presto magic. Watch this.
Hilarious, bro.
I thought you had a big one. Damn. Can I come back in 2 minutes? Like, shit. Dick don't fail me now. Yeah, man.
How y'all doing, man?
How you doing, man? What you got planned for this
Good,
Memorial
good.
Day weekend?
I deserve.
That's right, Mr. C.
Besides dropping the twins off at work this whole weekend, there's an African art festival here. It's pretty it's pretty big, so we'll probably hit that up one day this weekend, and that's about it, man.
So, Mr. C, do you drink?
Yeah. Not anymore. I used to drink. My drink of preference was, I started drinking in college.
Okay.
My drink of preference was rum and Coke.
Now, give us
That
your
was my
story.
drink of preference.
How fucked up were you? Or have you ever got to that point where you was like, I can't do this no more?
I did, but not off rum and Coke. That was just like a mellow drink for me.
Okay.
But one time, this was during basketball season, we was up in my dorm room. It was me, a couple of my guys who didn't play ball, and a couple of females.
Mm-hmm.
So, you ever played the game quarters?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Pop that motherfucker in? Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we play quarters. Now, normally you play quarters, you play through shot glasses. But we some broke ass, college kids. We had the little cafeteria cups.
Right.
So, we was playing it with vodka and all that jazz, man. So I must have hit like 3 times in a row, yo. And they was filling my shit up, man. I'm taking it to the head and whatnot. So next morning I had to get up go to practice and shit. It's like it was Friday night, Saturday morning we had to report to practice early.
Right.
I get up, everybody, it's like 6 people in my room, everybody passed out. On the floor and shit, and hanging out on the bed, whatever. So I get up, I stumble into practice, man. And it was like the coach knew that we was drinking the night, well, at least I was drinking the night before. Man, he ran us to death, bro.
The suicides was a motherfucker.
He ran us to death, and he was blowing that damn whistle. And finally, we were doing suicide. So one of the times down, I just ran out of the gym and ran right to the bathroom and started throwing up.
Mm-hmm.
I come back in, so he called me by my last name. So he called, he said, McGee, that's what happens when your ass stay up all night drinking.
Yeah.
Did that stop you from drinking like that?
Well, I never drank vodka again. I never drank quarters again.
Right.
But that was like the first time and last time I got drunk like that, to where I was just like, man, I can't even deal, man. And I paid for it because I threw up, and it's like, I was embarrassed in front of my guys. It's like, no, man. So I'm trying to figure out, nigga, how you know we was just drinking?
Right.
Shit, all that.
Somebody must have told him.
No, he smelt it when you came in there. Trust me, he smelt it.
Yeah, it comes through your pores.
I think somebody told him too. He had, we used to call him coach's boys. I think one of his little coach's boys told on me.
But that's also the good thing about being an athlete, though, because you can you can work that shit off, run that shit out you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the last time I drank, though, because like I said, my drink of choice was rum and Coke. but the last time I drank was 2018. I think maybe about 2010, 2011.
Oh, okay.
Last time I drank, you know what I'm saying? So I used to travel a lot, so I would drink at like conferences and all that shit. But I haven't drank, since then. Like me and my wife, like when we do our anniversary, I may take a little sip of wine or that kind of shit. But as far as
That's
like
cool.
to order something to drink, nah, I haven't done that shit in a minute.
Now, are you a smoker?
Never that. I've never smoked. I got high once before a long time ago, but nah, I never. Before I didn't pick up that habit.
Give us a cocaine story. Come on.
No, I don't have any cocaine, so yours is enough. yours should be a deterrent for anybody, bro.
Man,
All right.
too bad it ain't though. Shit, yo.
Like damn, what they put in the cocaine? Steroids?
Man, oh man, it was just that pure cocaine back then, man.
Hey, I'm good, bro.
That's cool, man.
Mr. C, early in the program, we touched on the Morgan Freeman situation of another brother going down the Me Too tunnel.
Yes,
And what's your take on that?
What his granddaughter said he did something? No, just
Oh, you're aware of that part? Okay.
Yeah.
But no, what he do, man? I don't even know what happened.
He had
man.
8 women have came out and accused him of just inappropriate behavioral, just more like sexual suggestions, like, oh, I like the way that top
Verbal
fit.
indecency.
Right. Like one woman was
verbal indecency.
like one employee was pregnant in front of him.
Is there even such a thing as verbal indecency?
It is now.
Yeah. Like one woman, she was pregnant and she stood in front of her, and like she said, he looked her up and down, and he saw that she was pregnant. He was like, "Wow, I wish I was inside you. I wish I was inside there." And then like, "You ripe," something like that. So it was like, and then other women like, well, he would look at our breasts, so we had to like wear like loose fitted clothes because we couldn't wear anything tight to accentuate our body figures and all of that. So we felt uncomfortable when we when we came around him. So it's more or less like indecent proposals what he said to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you think he should
how
be?
old is,
He's
how
80.
old is Morgan Freeman?
He's 80. But this just happened like 3 years ago when he was filming like Going in Style. So he was 77. He's accused of it, So
what they gonna do, man? They gonna lock him up? He 80 years old. What
they
gonna
getting
do?
ready to lock Bill Cosby up. He 82.
So it's gonna be some 80-year-old motherfuckers hitting on other inmates.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
so. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, Morgan Freeman, he was an old motherfucker when he first started acting. So no telling.
Yeah.
The old cats, the old guys, they come online but antiquated.
Mm-hmm.
So no telling what the hell he was doing, man. No telling, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Now for you in your youth, what kind of energy were you around drunk women, or how did you flirt with females, or how did you deal with that coming up as a young man?
Back in the day, most of my like sexcapades was in college. So check this out. So I steered away from drunk females.
Right.
I just didn't want that energy around me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I used to, back in the day, we called, getting sex, hitting skin.
Right.
So I used to just be like, I had this thing on my dorm door, and it would be offensive now, but back then it was kind of funny. Well, my guys thought it was funny. So my come-on lines was just pretty much, just some slick shit, just try to talk you out of your drawers, whatever.
Right.
Right.
Once we get up in the room, I had this thing on my door. And y'all may not find this funny, but I thought it was hilarious. So, I had this note on my door that says "knock 3 times," and I might be hitting skin. So, that was just me being just a college kid, being silly. But nowadays, that probably wouldn't go over well. But
Right. No, back then college shit that was real.
right. But I tell you one time though, we was at Freaknik,
Atlanta.
and yeah, man.
Oh, I've been to a couple of them.
Oh my! So you already know.
Oh man.
Oh my God, that whole scenario down there, it was, man. There's so many stories I got out of that shit. Oh my God.
There you go.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
There you go.
Man, that
You taking that shit to the grave with you. All right, man. So you got
That shit was no joke, man.
you busting out the grill this weekend?
Nah,
Okay.
I don't even feel it.
Okay.
I
Not
don't
yet.
even feel it.
Not yet.
Not yet. It ain't hot enough.
Okay, cool. All right, Mr. C. Thanks for the call, play it.
All right, man. Hey, man, stay away from no Coke Chronicles, bro.
Oh man, 30 years, man. Been cleaning soap for 30 years, bro.
All right, that's a good deal, man.
Loving it, man. All right, man. You have a blessed weekend and safe weekend, man. Much love to you and your family, yo.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Mr. C,
Big
St.
time.
Louis
The
finest.
The Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got another incident of a security officer tackling 3 women coming using the restroom at a Houston restaurant
Mm-hmm.
in Atlanta. They got permission to go to the restaurant 10 minutes before the restaurant closed. They got permission from the manager.
Okay.
But they were in the bathroom too long. So the black manager tried to get them out the bathroom. So he ordered or directed the security guard to go in there and physically remove them.
Wow.
And the security guard did. It was all caught on video.
Mm-hmm.
And he threw 2 of the young actresses, were they females? They were actresses. Threw them down in the bushes.
2 out of the 3.
Yeah, and threw himself on there.
Threw himself on them?
Yeah, to hold them down.
Why can't they just get their asses out the bathroom?
You know?
I mean, not that he had the right to do that, but some people could really avoid a bunch of shit if they just
Right.
fucking do what they're supposed to do.
Exactly. It's like you know, it's closing time. It's time to go.
People dare you to fuck with them. so you
Nowadays,
could sue.
exactly.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like people dare you.
And I agree with you on that. It's because you get to the point where it's like, you know, we get ready to close in 10 minutes.
They were kind enough to let your ass use the fucking bathroom.
Right.
They didn't have to.
And now they have this big protest that, you know, these celebrities, T.I., Marlon Wayans is like, you know, until Houston comes out and publicly apologize and change their code of conduct.
So it's the actual restaurant Houston?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna, you know, we want to boycott that. And I'm like, I agree with you. It's like, I shouldn't, you know, I didn't have to let you use the restroom. We closing in 10 minutes. I let you use the restroom. Now you up in there.
They're probably in there like 20, 30 minutes.
They was in there for an excessive.
To have the manager go and call the security because they're taking so long. People want to go home. It's the end of the night.
Right.
I mean, they got to take some responsibility for that behavior. I don't know all the facts of the story just from what you're telling me right now, but it sounds like that could have been avoided had they just gone in there to use the bathroom and left.
And I agree with you 100%. Like, I go back to me doing the ID and sometimes being the only security person there as well.
Right.
At the end of the night, I got to get everybody out the building.
Mm-hmm.
And you have that fight. Like, you've been sitting here talking for 15 fucking minutes. You knew I said we got to close in 15 minutes. Now, all of a sudden, y'all want to go to the fucking bathroom.
Everybody want to be the last one left.
Yeah. And this shit is frustrating when you've been there 8 hours dealing with that shit and you like, hey, man, it's time to go.
Right.
Well, let me finish. The only time since I've been doing this shit that I really, because I don't put my hands on nobody.
Right.
I don't do that. The only time I got upset and I got pissed was this white guy. He was challenging me. And he was just taking his time drinking his beer. And he's like, it's now 1:59. You close at 2. It's like, and I'm like, hey, man,
you wanted to
gotta
knock this shit out.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, man, can you finish drinking your beer? He
No.
like, and he's just like looking at me.
Is that what he said?
Now go snort your cocaine, little weenie.
So no, he set his beer down, and I just like took the motherfucker, and I'm like, hey, man, you gotta get the fuck out now, yo. You know, and that's the only time. But I mean, I'm with that. Like, a lot of shit can be avoided.
Right.
You know, if I let you come in and I allow you to, you know, and I'm like, okay, I ain't got no problem with you using the restroom, but you know, okay.
So they calling for a boycott because they stayed in the bathroom too long and got
and the way the security guard
escorted
aggressively
them out.
removed them, and then when he threw them out, they called the police. So they were like actually holding them till the police came.
And what nationality or ethnicity were these
Black.
young lady?
Black. Yeah. And 2 of the actresses. And
I'm
2
surprised they let them in the first place.
at 10. Yeah, at 10 minutes before closing.
So did you guys hear about the thing with Sterling Brown, NBA player Sterling Brown?
Milwaukee.
Yeah, saw the video. Yeah.
That the police claimed that he was acting aggressively, and then the body cams came out recently.
Yeah, I saw the video.
And they showed that he was not. being aggressive. He was just parked, took up just 3 parking spaces, ran into the store. And
have you done that before? I've done that at Rite Aid. Just pulled up in the handicap, wanted to run in real fast at 2:00 in the morning, 24 hours.
Right, and ain't no cars in the parking lot.
Motherfucker. Yeah, you just and that's exactly what he did.
I do that, but I don't park in a handicap because I just don't want that $900 ticket.
But who is on the? They're not really coming in there. They was looking for something that night.
But these meter maids, they thirsty now. They just doing all kind of shit though.
But I watched that video, and you could see him towering over all 5 officers.
Right.
And and you got one short one like directly behind him, and then one officer's like, "Yo, get your hands out your pocket." Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Well, I got my hand on my medicine or whatever he went there." And it's like, "Yo, take your hands out your pocket." And he's like, "Yo, I'm not." And then that's when they just aggressively attacked him and tackled him. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, "Tase him, tase him, tase him." But the funny part was, after all of that, you can hear one officer say, "Oh, I do recognize you. You are Sterling Brown for the Milwaukee Bucks."
9,000 votes in his body.
Like, you the NBA rookie. Yeah, I
and he had to play the game the next day
with a fucked up eye. Yeah.
Caller.
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? What's going on with you?
Avon?
Yeah, what's going on with you, brother?
How you feeling, Houston? What's going on?
Man? Oh, man, feeling. I wanted to go back for a second if you brothers don't mind.
Sure.
When you guys were discussing the Morgan Freeman situation,
right?
I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of on both sides of the argument, being that I have a wife and a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand, we live in a time that's completely different, because I'm 40 years old, and I know when we were younger, the type of things that we were doing, they would probably put us under the jail in today's time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm kind of curious to you brothers who are, a little bit older but still, out in the dating market. How do you navigate dating and having relationships in a society in which a simple telling a young lady she has a nice smile can lead to, as Peter coined so eloquently, verbal assault in some fashion?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: you have a wife and a daughter, right?
Yes, sir.
How old is your daughter?
17.
All right. So, as a father, a nice-looking gentleman comes over to take his daughter out, and you just in the house, and he's like maybe just on the phone, and you overhear his conversation. He's like, "Yo, man, yeah, I'm about to get baby. Yeah, I'm taking to the movie. I'm gonna wax that ass."
Now, to be honest with you, brother, I'm a little old-fashioned in that I am a misogynist, in that I do raise my son and my daughter quite different.
Right.
Okay.
So, with my daughter, she hadn't been out on a date. I do monitor her phone calls and social media and all those things because I still pay for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say that that's been my experience as of yet. With my son, I'm a little more free with what it is that he does. Again, I admit openly that I'm, misogynist in that way. But I can't honestly, say what I'll do in that situation because it hasn't occurred as of yet.
Now, you got twins, right?
I do not. My son's 12. My daughter's 17.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
So I guess I was just curious as to, how things, with the Morgan Freeman and the Cosby situation. And, I hear, women, like what Paul just said, and you said, that you pick up women, and as Peter eloquently pointed out yet again, you could, back in the day, you hit the club, the after hour at 3 in the morning, ask a female, what it is, and she's down with it. You go bust her down in the car and keep it moving.
Right.
So you have those females out there. Not everyone is, as they say, a lady. But I'm just curious with everything that's going on with police brutality. You got Uncle Tom who stand up for almost any action that takes place, or should I say the Sambos. You have assault verbally now when you're trying to speak to someone like. Man, I'm curious. I've been married 20 years. Like, how do you navigate this society?
Man, you got to walk a tight line now, man, because you got to understand now. Like they said, now when you leave your house, you actually on video 50 to 75 times a day, unknowingly.
Right.
So you got to find your navigation and what works for you. It's like if you feel that. If your brain registering, like that's inappropriate, I can't say that. Like with me, I just do the elbow or the fist bump now. You know, so I don't give them that to where they can say I did anything. And some women are offended by that. And they're like, really? I'm not a guy. You gonna fist bump me and be like, yo, don't take it personal. You know, just the way. Or like Poetry said, like I do with her, I do the shoulder rub.
Right.
You know, so I don't gauge in that, you know, to where they feel that, oh, well, he grind up on me, he did that and all that. So that's how I navigate it. And you just have to be careful what you say. Sometimes you can know who to say something to and who not to say something to.
Right.
You know, you can tell who has that sense of humor and the shit'll roll off of them and they won't take it as serious. You know, as to some people be like, oh, that's offensive. You shouldn't have said that. That's very rude of you.
Like for me, I'll say like any young guy that's coming up in the dating scene or whatever, you just have to put a week's worth of work in. Just like on a Monday, like say if you go to a gas station, you pull up to get some gas and you see a young lady, she's getting her own gas and her windows are dirty or whatever. Just go over there and clean her windows and like, you know, just give me a quarter or something. But, you know, don't take no quarter, nothing. Just get to know her name and all that and see what her vibe is. And then Tuesday, in another situation, if you're going to a fast food place or whatever, talk to a young lady in there and get her vibe because all women are different.
Right.
So just pile all the information, and then now you know how to navigate with different women. You know how they move and how to converse with them because these dudes is not even talking to these young ladies these days.
I see them sometimes, you know, with the greeting, like, yo, like, excuse me, how you doing? You know, some women, they ignore that.
Right.
Some dudes are like, yo, bitch, what's up?
Right.
Some women respond to that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's think y'all just say that real quick. When y'all speaking on Houston, I hope I ain't taking up too much time, man. I'm going to tell y'all being down here in Houston. I know they talking about Houston as a restaurant, but, man, I know you guys are in California, man, but I'm telling you, that racism, overt and covertly, is huge down south, man. And I'm telling you, I know you guys say those young ladies probably did X, Y, and Z, but the racism in the South, man, after the dogs and the fire hoses and things of that nature and segregation, I'm telling you, it's for real.
Yeah.
So, you
I
feel that.
I understand that, but the thing is, when from the video that I saw that's circulating, it looked like it was a black manager that was telling the 3 black females, like, you all caused this problem. We asked you politely to get out the bathroom. Now you assaulted the security guard. He's an off-duty police officer, and now the police are coming. So you all hit him.
I feel that, and I ain't trying to cut you off, but I know you brothers heard of David Clark, Paris Bernard, and, you know, you had W. Du Bois and Freddie Douglass going there. Just because we have the same skin tone don't mean we brothers.
Right.
Just because the black man speak up and say something, I don't take it to heart and say, oh, that brother right. Because at the same time, man, you know, they've always used our people to do the bidding, just like with Denmark Beach. You know, whenever you try to do something, you know, old boys, you know, told on them or whatnot. Right. So just because we share the same skin tone don't mean we brothers.
Right.
You know, so just like with the brother, when I can't remember the situation, but they put the black cop out front and say, oh, no, didn't nothing happen, didn't nothing go wrong or whatnot. But it's because they trying to calm, you know, our voices and make us feel like, oh, they did something wrong. And I ain't saying these ladies are right. But I'm saying just because they put a black person out front don't necessarily negate what the people are saying. Mm-hmm. You know, Cassandra Brand, she got here in Montgomery County, and she supposed to hung herself, and she wasn't that type of sister.
Right.
They put black people out front and say, oh, she was X, Y, and Z. He's like, come on, man, that ain't what the case was. But I just wanted to call you brothers and ask you guys, that sorry that Lou ain't there, man. Pete, I got to tell you, and I know I hate to do cross promotion, but, hey, man, on Wednesday night, hey, brother, I thank you for being present.
Oh, thank you, Mr. A-Train out of Houston, for sure.
All right, player. Thanks for the call, man. Have a great, safe Memorial weekend with you and your family, man.
Wow. Yeah, how do you navigate these situations?
It's hard to. And the thing that's on everybody's mind is like the NFL, the new level of slavery. Mm-hmm. It just came out. Players can no longer take a knee on the field. If they want to, you know, choose whatever, they can stay in the locker room until the anthem is over. But if you come out, the NFL is not going to personally fine or penalize you. They're going to fine the team. But you will be penalized. Your team will be like 15 yards.
Okay.
So what's your input on that? You think they should take knees or just get over it or just stay in the tunnel? It's best to be not seen, not heard.
It's like if I made a great point, like, every brother ain't the same brother. It's like some guys need that check. Some guys are willing to sacrifice some of that check for a cause at the workplace. But at the end, it's like it still happens. It still happens. So they still have to deal with the racism in their own jobs. And everybody's jobs, you got to deal with that. So how do you navigate that? Okay, I stay in the locker room. They do the anthem. But, you still got the veterans and stuff on the corners with the signs. And people still ignore them. And they can't get, they killing themselves every day.
The mental health, but, I think Trump has made it personal.
Oh, for sure.
I've taken it personal where it's like, he's taking it beyond and he's painted his narrative. Mm-hmm. And he has the platform every day to come out to speak his narrative, right, where he can say, you're not patriotic if you, take a knee, you should stand up for it. And he went as far as to say that you're not a patriot. If you don't like it, then you shouldn't be in this country.
Yeah, but that's been the twist. We're not against veterans,
right?
Or the
and
military.
We're not against the flag,
right?
We're against police brutality
and inequality.
And see, they putting a twist on it. But I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think would be more effective, if the players participated in some type of protest or the fans, or both?
I think the players have to come together collectively and unify.
Black and white. But this is clearly toward black players,
right?
In my
but the
opinion.
Black players have to, because they can't do shit without the black players. When you look at the numbers, it's 32 owners and it's thousands of players. Mm-hmm. So the number outweighs, the greater outweighs the less. So we have already the last 2 seasons, 2 sacrificial lambs, Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed.
Yeah.
So now you need more leaders to emerge now. To me personally, it's beyond the paycheck, because Trump has made it personal and he has gotten the owners to back him. And now it's this new level of slavery, like do as you told because I'm paying you. If it was me, I would have to, because you have that platform every day. You got Undisputed with Skip and Shannon. You got First Take with Stephen A. Smith. So if you have that relationship, you can use that platform and paint your narrative every day. All they have to do is just come together. I will go out there and sit. I wouldn't take a knee. Mm-hmm. I would sit at the 50-yard line. And when they ask me, why did you sit instead of taking a knee? It's like, I sat because one purpose and one reason are. I love the flag. I love my country. I'm a patriot. Mm-hmm. I'm not disrespecting the flag. I'm not disrespecting the anthem. Mm-hmm. Who I took a seat for and who I disrespect is the President of the United States. Mm-hmm. I want that to be clear. I disrespect him and the Vice President. That's why I took a seat. I took that aim at him. Mm-hmm. So whatever you want to do from this point on, you can do it. But I'm not disrespecting the country, the anthem, or the flag.
What happened to our rights to protest, though? But
he's taking it from us.
NFL teams, they're privately owned?
Yes, it's a private
so
entity.
I guess that at the end of the day, they could tell you whatever it is they want you to do.
But the owners can get together and they can say, fuck Trump. Trump is giving them that tax break. So that's why they're not going against Trump.
And the NFL is a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
They're not paying no taxes, no way.
Yeah, and then, and then they have, this is a vindictive president who couldn't become a part of that billionaire boys club.
I think churches and the NFL should be paying taxes. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they being pimped, both of them. So, I mean, I think, now we need new leaders to emerge. Where are the new leaders at?
Right. Well, I heard that I saw something going around on social media. They did hold some type of protest at the NFL headquarters today in New York. I don't know how that went. Mm-hmm. I don't see any major coverage on it online yet. But
the owners did it without calling the players union in. They just made this decision, and this is what we're going to do without having a voice from the players union or anything. So basically, the owners is like, we writing and we cutting the checks. Y'all gonna do what we say.
Right. And that's employees. You're still an employee.
Yeah, but as employees, you still have rights.
That is true.
You still have rights, and their thing for the longest was, we can stand, we can sit, we can do whatever. They didn't have no rule about the anthem. about them standing like the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball. They already had that rule already in play.
Right.
So when you come into their league, it's already in their constitution, their bylines, their bylaws is like, this is what you have to do.
Right.
You have to. The NFL, they never had that.
Yeah. You don't have to adhere to.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and the question goes, so now you're going to penalize everyone. What about the people in the concession stands that's getting beer? They're not, there for the anthem or the flag. People going to the restrooms. So the players got to stand up, man. Now you need black leaders to emerge right now.
But it's never you should look for athletes or entertainers for liberation.
Why not? They have the platform. They can be more vocal than I can.
I understand that part. But what I'm saying is you still have community leaders and activists that's on the ground daily. They don't let those two entities come together.
I think they should, though.
What I'm saying is, like, when you got handlers, they handle your money a whole nother way instead of like, okay, let me fund this. Let me put $1 million here to this cause and this cause because I'm doing this. I'm doing this gladiator shit. But I feel that because I got kids, they're going to be of age. They're going to be out there driving in those situations. So athletes like LeBron James, they feel that because he has young sons that's going to be out there driving in nice cars and the police is just going to go upside their head for no reason.
Yeah, but he has to understand, too, LeBron got to where he's at by his single mom, struggling.
Right.
She didn't have all that. So we got to go back to me, you got to take the monetary out of it right now. You got to stand on morals, values, and principle. That's what you have to. You got to. You just got to take a stand and say, this is what I believe in right now. And like I said, my narrative, if I was in the NFL, my narrative would be because I would use my platform as much as I could. I just wouldn't be interviewed after every game because I know Trump is going to come out there and every time he comes across, this is what he's going to be saying. So he's already painted his narrative. He changed it from the inequality to the injustice to them. You disrespecting the flag. You disrespecting the country. You should be kicked out. Everybody should. He's being a dictator saying everyone should stand for the flag.
They say he don't even know the damn words.
No,
national
and
anthem.
they've caught him while he was running for the presidency, and while he's been president with his hands to his side, not placed over his heart.
Somebody needs to play that video over. But I was corrected in the chat room that the NFL is no longer a nonprofit.
Yeah.
And it didn't apply to the teams. It applied to the front office at one time they were.
Yeah. So, so you have to change as a players, y'all have to get together. You have to change the narrative back to the way you want it to paint because he's already has his base. He already has his base that's going to follow him, that believes whatever he says.
But that's what this country was founded on. Give me liberty or give me death.
Right.
And we opted for education over liberation. So you have those who's not going to make that flip because, they feel like education is going to take me to where I need to be. And now everybody is feeling that ceiling and the floor is getting ready to touch each other.
And exactly. But now you have to go back to where, what Crispin Attucks fought for, what Nate Turner fought for, what Harriet Tubman fought for, without the financial resources, how they got us to where we are today. So I understand, you making millions of dollars and you don't want to, I got the family, but hey, man, sometimes you got to sacrifice, for the principality of it and say, I'm not doing this. You're not going to dictate to me and tell me that I can't, you're not going to take away my First Amendment right when soldiers are going over there fighting for that, for my First Amendment. So, so my narrative, like I said, my narrative would be I would go on First Take. I would go on Undisputed. I would go on whatever show I could go on and use my resources, and I would challenge his narrative every day. The reason I sat down is because I disrespect the president of the United States and the vice president. That's the reason why I took a seat. It has nothing to do with anything else. I took a seat because I disrespect the president and the vice president of the United States. That's why I did that. And then let Trump deal with how he's going to paint the narrative.
That ain't going to be acceptable either. But
I hear you.
Well, for me, it's not even about going to a talk show. It's just about going to those corporate offices, the president's office, and sit down and have those talks. You got to stand on their side when you've been winning for so long and you can just call the police and you got your own private genies that come on and just, you don't want to let that go. And I'm not on your side of town. I don't deal with what you guys deal with. So that it's not even on my radar.
I understand that, but it's like now.
So we want one side to just galvanize when the other side has no feeling or no energy or toward what you're going through. The other side has to feel the same way. And
they don't, like you said, but it's like, being a black celebrity absolutely means nothing now. Being, you playing in the NBA or the NFL, it don't mean shit. The way I interpret it is like, in Trump's mind, in his mentality, in his administration, in his reality, there's only one celebrity in this United States that's viable, that means anything, and that's me. Mm-hmm. I'm the only most important celebrity in the world. No one else comes close to me. None of you all are a celebrity. So he's taking that away from people now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you see, he's unleashed the police on us. You see that every fucking day.
Yeah. Every state has their right to, conduct without, federal investigations.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Another story in the news that I found crazy is, did you guys hear about the surgeon that was making music videos while they were operating on people?
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah.
I got a video clip here.
Did you see? Yeah, baby, she was dancing.
Video of the week.
Here we go. Here's a video
She's a
clip
cosmetic
of the week.
surgery, yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
and she happens
Atlanta.
to be an unlicensed cosmetic surgery. But here's the video.
She dancing.
I'm about to cut it.
That's disgusting.
Our booties all bleak, waistline snatched. Got a banging body and a smile to match.
Look what she got in her hand.
Yeah, wow, booties all bleak.
Hey, this is 2018. This is the world we living in now.
Social media.
Social media.
How many likes she got?
Oh, my God.
They came after her ass hard, too, yo.
So she doing booty injections and all?
Surgery. Cosmetic surgery.
Cosmetic surgery. No license, right?
No license.
Wow.
Cutting on your ass, rapping and dancing. You under.
And that's the thing a lot of young girls is getting at, too.
The booty injections?
Going down to Mexico.
Would you sue if you found out that was you on the operating table?
She like this with the yeah.
Talking about cut it.
You got to cut those prices. Yeah, bitch.
Wow.
Is she good, though?
Hey, apparently motherfuckers was going to see her unlicensed. She was cutting prices. Come see me. What they going to charge you?
She's had any type of lawsuits against her.
Right.
Hey, man, this is 2018.
She's out of Atlanta?
She claims to be Atlanta's most experienced cosmetic surgeon.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But she isn't certified by Georgia's medical board to perform surgery, but the state allows any licensed physician to operate. Mm-hmm. So she might have a license in something. I don't know.
But see, the thing about it, though, some employee was mad.
She's posting these on YouTube, though.
Oh, that's her own.
Those are her videos.
Oh, wow.
Okay. She's marketing herself.
Yeah. They said she has over. I guess so.
You come in and get under, you go under. This is what happens. Wow.
Yeah, they said, perform surgery to brick house. And
there you go. She going to make you a brick house.
I mean, if she's confident enough to
do
a
J-Lo's
good job.
booty and whatever you want. So they say that doctors do play music while doing surgery. But are you in there just like really... I don't know.
How would you feel if you woke up and you saw that and you recognized that was you on the table and all that was going on?
I would have to sue. That's not cool.
Even if it was
everything. Even if they did the work and the work came out.
Anything could happen. She could have danced to the wrong step, the beat, and there goes.
There you go.
There I'm all cut up and bleeding to death.
We can't go on that.
Yeah.
Can't go on that.
Well, you said you'd sue her. What about you, Teeter?
No, I mean, if she, that's confidence. First of all, that's confidence to even do that. And if she's doing everything that you want and everything is right,
You come out with a fat ass and big
Right.
titties.
No
you
scars
do
and there's nothing, no
you know,
damage, and you have to go back for nothing.
you don't want her in there not having no music and her hands is shaking. You don't want her with Parkinson's working on you.
Yeah, that's true.
If the job is done, then you got these doctors who don't listen to music and fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's a slippery slope.
Hey, yeah.
But if her confidence is up and she's doing a great job and she's posting the video, she ain't hiding what she do. She's confident in what she do. She's slashing prices.
She not she not drunk. She not high. Or we don't know that, yo. But yeah.
Getting you that look you want. I ain't mad. She had her assistants in there. They breaking it down too. Like,
have you seen that though?
They say she calls herself Dr. Booty Baby.
Dr. Booty Baby.
Dr. Booty Baby.
I'm seeing that a lot though.
What?
The injections in the ass.
Oh yeah, in the streets.
Oh man, you
It's terrible.
You seeing white women? You like, oh.
What about the long-term effect of that?
Oh,
You got to go back every 5 years or something like that to get it readjusted or whatever.
Wow.
Is that I don't know. Shit.
you like them like that?
No, it should look crazy.
I know. It looks unnatural.
Have you ever felt one? Does it feel like a real booty?
No,
It just looks like, I look at the curve of it, and then you look at the thighs, and then you go down to the calves, and the shit just looks deformed.
Yeah.
It don't look right. Like, okay, it just don't look right. You know, the thighs be all like lopsided,
And the legs look like chicken legs.
Yeah, the calves.
Right.
And
You ain't
the
got
ass.
no thighs to
All
support all that
disproportional.
ass.
Yeah. You're just like, okay, wow, really? It's like, okay, yeah, this shit looks disgusting. It's like, ew.
But who is it for? It ain't for yourself. I mean, low self-esteem, outwardly appearances. Shit.
We go back to that call, like what Avon said, like you meeting these women and all that, going in there, like having sex, and back then you can go and talk to the girl and have sex in the car from the place now.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't even going to the car now.
Mm-hmm.
They going straight to the bathroom. You know how many people had to throw out for fucking in the bathroom? It's like, really?
That was big back in the day too.
Go fuck in the bathroom?
Yeah. Because you had the dudes that would always stand by the bathroom. Those dudes, like, they just stand by the bathroom. And like, why are you standing by the bathroom? They got to go in and they got to come out.
Hey. But Southern California has been hit with over 300,000 new cases of STD. Gonorrhea, syphilis, and chlamydia.
I believe
has
it.
come back strong.
I believe
Southern California.
Yeah.
All due to the new social app dating sites.
Mm-hmm.
The Tinder and all of that.
Yeah.
I see that all the time. I was talking to Lewis about that. It's like, let me ask you this, as a woman, poetess. When you go out on a date with the guy, does a woman, do you think sex? Because guys think we trying to hit that. And what's so fucked up is that these guys be so disappointed and they leave with their dicks hard than a motherfucker. And they just sit there. The woman gives them a kiss on the cheek and then they get in the Uber.
Thank you for a wonderful night.
And they be like, man, that's fucked up, man. And the girl be like, I got to get up and, I got an early day. I've had a long day. Going home and the guys be like, well, can I give you a ride? Can I take you home? No, I'm good. It's like, well, you want to go here? You want to go there? No, I'm good. I had a wonderful evening. I had a wonderful time.
I'm full.
Yeah, I'm good. Good night. And just leave them. And I look at the shit sometime and I sit back and I'm like, man, that's kind of fucked up. That's kind of fucked up.
Well, it's fucked up when your expectation is there in the first place.
Okay. All right. That's
So you saying I'm meeting them for the first time? You saying first time or?
Well, yeah, like a couple of
date?
instances, like I seen the girl standing out there and I'm like, you okay? And they're like, yeah, I'm just waiting on somebody. And I jokingly, you got a Tinder date? And they're like, yeah, how did you know? And I'm like, no, I just joke. And then one guy, it was attractive white female. She was standing out there, put together. Then the handsome brother came. Cool. And they went in there. They was all cool and all that. And he came out, and he was like hitting his little cigarette and all that. And I was like, yo, man, baby nice. He's like, yeah, man. I'm trying to see if she want to go to this little thing afterwards. I was like, okay. And she came out and she was like, I had a good time. And he's like, well, I'll give you a ride. And she was like, I'm cool. And he's like, well,
that means she wasn't feeling the date.
Okay.
If she don't want to take the date any further, that means she's not interested in him, basically. But meeting someone, now, to me, it's a difference if you meet somebody online and you go out with them the first time. I wouldn't recommend sex with that person. I don't care how fantastic the date was.
Okay.
But maybe if you, I don't know. It's people relate differently. Some people hit it off on the first date and fuck around. And I think that most women don't do it because they don't want to look, be looked down upon. Because sometimes women want to be, want to get their groove on too. But they either think if they do it, the guy is going to judge them or not even call them the next day. So.
Okay.
But
so that clarifies it for me. So some women have that thought.
But I don't think guys should expect it on the first date.
Really?
If it happens, cool. Even if you make your move, that's cool or whatever. But I don't think men should expect it on the first date. If they get it, great on the first date. But 9 times out of 10, or maybe 7 times out of 10, you're not going to do it.
But even
you're not going to get it.
Even if that woman is feeling it, she will hold back because she doesn't want that perception of like, I don't want him to think that I'm like, I fuck like this.
That's exactly why women don't do it, and to protect themselves. Or if a woman is looking for a long-term relationship, she not trying to have sex on the first date.
Well, they don't eat on the first date either. Taking these doggy bags home. We got these brothers. What about me?
Man, you should see the look on these motherfuckers' face. Yo. They come out like they just lost the World Series, the Super Bowl. They be like, damn. Like, what's up now, man? And then what's so funny is that some of them go right back to that app. Like, oh, I'm going to get with
now,
this girl.
Tinder is known to be that kind of an app, though,
That's
right?
the one-night app, yeah.
Right. So, but if
is that what that is?
That's the hookup, yeah.
Okay, now, if you're on Tinder and that app is known for trying to get some ass on the first date, then I don't know what women are expected.
Well, no.
Unless, girl was not attracted to dude.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
she wasn't. She probably wanted to have sex that night too, but she got with dude, she wasn't vibing with him.
No, actually, because
he could have said something that fucked up the pussy.
Well, no, she was like, "I like you. I want to take it slow. I had a good time." And he was like, "All right, She gave him a nice hug and a kiss, and then he walked to his car, and then she kind of walked away, and she went to a coffee bean, and then he got in his car and drove away. Then she came back, and I was like, "You okay?" She was like, "Yeah." She's like, I think he was expecting something, and I like him, and I didn't want. And basically, what you said, right? But then, like 5 minutes later, this thug nigga pulled up in a Charger, and he got out, shorts, flip flops, he like, what's up? And she like, nothing, and she like, what you been? And he's like, I just help, I just moved back into my mama's, helping my mom out, and he's like, yo, you buying a drink? And she like, well, you want to get a drink here? Or you want to go? Well, he's like, well, I'm kind of tired, and just go back to the crib and smoke. So she got in the car and she went with dude, and I'm like, damn.
After the guy left from Tinder.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay.
She probably already knew him, though. That was her backup.
Yeah.
Because she was like, okay, I'm not attracted to this. Then let me call my old faithful.
How many backup is acceptable in a woman's catalog?
I don't know. It depends on the woman. As many as she wants.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I see that all the time. Like I see women like dudes taking women into the bathroom, smashing them. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's just with that type of thing now. It's just the disease factor. It's like
they passed that.
You can still get shit even if you have on a condom.
What?
Like herpes. You kissing a strange nigga in the mouth. You don't know what he been sucking on.
That's the thing that I see all the time when motherfuckers be dancing.
Yeah.
And then they just like, they feeling a girl or they feeling each other. And they just met and they just start busting slob. And then that one dude leave and then another dude. I seen a girl kiss like maybe 6-7 dudes in one night.
So are we back to the whole sexual revolution type of freeness now?
I don't think
with legalized weed and all these apps and is...
I think it's enhanced.
Is that drawing
even more.
close?
Yeah, I think it's enhanced.
They're trying to now, because I've been hearing quite a few females out there talking about, I don't have no title. Like, they out there sleeping with everything, like women and men. And you call them bi. No, I'm not bi. I don't have a title.
Yeah.
What's the new
I'm
thing?
I'm just doing me. That's the new thing now. So
trying to
it's
find out
pretty.
what the pansexual is.
Do you think eventually we're going into a world where everybody is having sex with each other, no matter what their gender is?
Yeah.
That's what Janelle Monáe, she described herself as. She's pansexual.
She's bi or lesbian. It's simple as that. People are just putting all these new brands. Even gay people I know are confused by all these damn titles. They don't even know what all that shit means in the gay community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, I asked,
now they done added Q to the lesbian. I always got to say it. LGBTQ.
I can never say that.
Yeah. Too many letters.
Elemental P.
Elemental P community. Lowercase Q.
Lowercase Q.
Yeah. Exactly. That shit is, there's so much going around now.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it's all about their preference. But now, to me, it's just a safety thing.
Right.
Because people are sleeping with all types of folks.
Now, as you older now, dating, are you more like, okay, I'm going out a couple of times, I got to get to know this person before I jump into the bed?
It depends. I'm not going to say.
Okay.
I don't put,
you know,
it might be the
stipulation up?
first night. It might be 3 months.
Wow. Who's a lucky guy? I do it 3 months.
I do what I want to do.
Right,
okay, there you go.
Right.
I'm not married. I'm single. But, you know, I'm not saying that I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying that I like to wait to get to know the guy personally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of scared, though. I be, you know, it's like it's too much shit going around.
When you say scared, are you scared of crazy women or scared of venereal disease?
Both. I mean, it's just
because
it's
nowadays it seems like women can really get crazier than it. Because before they can just destroy your property, but now they can go on social media and destroy your life, like your reputation,
all that shit.
Oh, you saw the video with the transgender dude in the car? My man, he in the driver's seat. The transgender's in the passenger seat. I guess he cheated on her, and the transgender made him go to the job. Transgender get out the car, tell her, oh yeah, he like dudes. He like telling the people that's coming to work and all. Yeah,
that's that shit there. Yeah, man, that part. You know, that's the crazy thing, man. It's just that you just got to be so fucking careful. You know, I always, you know, even back then, when we used to go to the club, me and my cousin, we used to sit back and we used to describe what was like, we would like have a game between us. Yeah. Like, that girl fine as fuck right there, but it was like, that's some headache pussy right there. Mm. That's some headache. Do you really want the headache that follows that shit? You know?
It's poured. It's 3 months, caller.
Like, hey, tonight is caller.
Oh, what's going on, brothers?
Hey, who's calling?
This is Calvin Haynes.
Calvin Haynes, what's going
up,
on?
Playboy? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. I've been listening to the show. I wanted to call in because Jeff's been doing an awful lot of talking, and so I wanted to take a trip out to the mound so we don't fuck up this perfect game we got going.
Bring in the lefty.
and also, man, I was listening to the radio. I heard POTUS want to give away some coochie. So I want to be the first caller. And
first caller.
You know, for the giveaway.
Caller 10 wins the prize. You're the first caller. We're looking for caller 10.
You got to hang up and call right back 9 more times.
Yeah, let me hang up and call back.
9 more times and shit.
So what's going on out there, Calvin? Talk to us.
Hey, let me ask you. You said what game am I giving away that's not already been given out?
No. It was in the dictionary in the M section. There's a word. It's a metaphor, and so I was using the baseball metaphor for.
I feel you.
You know, making sure I mess with you, man. But I wonder if I could take it back, man. I got a sexual harassment story where if I know it's kind of past the topic, but I wonder if I could share it with you guys.
Yeah, do tell.
It happened to you, right?
Yeah, it was actually a 2-for-1. You got to stick in here with me. Mm-hmm. So I'm in this church situation, and they got the singles ministry, right?
Right.
And it's an evangelical type of church, so they bring visitors all the time. Where the homegirl brought this girl to the little function we had, and she was a cute white girl, stacked, and I'm pretty sure I was giving her some attention. I really don't remember. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I was.
You was.
So she starts feeling on my booty.
Oh, the white girl?
It's like, okay, huh?
The white girl?
Yeah, the white girl. The visitor.
In the church. Wow.
Well, yeah, and so I don't remember really what I said to her, but I was kind of thinking, okay, she's not about it. If she was about it, she would have grabbed my dick.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just let it, just let her go by. I wasn't really paying her no attention.
Right.
Because I knew she was just playing. So man, we find out like the next weekend, she got the homie, took the homie down to the beach, got him butt naked, took his clothes and his car keys, and left him stranded at the beach.
Wow.
Is that some harassment or what?
Wow.
That motherfucker got played.
Man.
Pretty much.
That motherfucker got played.
I don't know if that's listed under harassment.
That motherfucker got played.
But
You sure that wasn't you?
Wait, how did he recover? Did he call some?
Somebody throw some sand on him and shit?
She took his phone too. I mean, did he have to run naked out on the highway?
Did somebody throw a towel or a bucket?
He had to call up his roommate and get the extra key to get it, and some clothes to get, to get him 100%.
But whose phone did he use naked?
Yeah.
It's actually been like 15 years ago. I'm pretty sure like payphone. This was a while ago.
Yeah.
And so cell phone wasn't really in effect.
Mm-hmm.
And so
he had no quarters because his clothes was gone.
Man, people was calling collect back then.
Yeah.
Man, you sure that wasn't you?
Nah, it wasn't me.
I
wasn't falling for it.
It's all good.
So you feel like you dodged a bullet
with her?
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Now how did that?
I wouldn't have let her get away with it.
Now, how did that make you feel? Other than when she was just grabbing your ass, did you feel like you was like, wait a minute, hold up, or was you more like, was it more welcoming, or did you feel like, hold up?
No, like you said, she didn't grab the Peter O'Toole, so you know she was playing.
Oh, okay.
She was half-assing. I could tell she was even half-assing grabbing me. She just trying to get my attention was really what it was. It wasn't like she was grabbing on me and all that. She just kind of tapping me on the butt or whatever, trying to get my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And wanted me to fall for the okie doke.
So you wasn't upset or nothing about that or anything? You ain't like...
No.
Okay.
No, like I said, I knew she was half-assing.
Okay.
Okay.
That maybe even if I probably wasn't paying no attention because she wasn't really, no rhythm there.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure I showed her some attention, but anyway.
So here's
and plus, man, I was, I used to carry my Bible around. I had the bow tie in my pocket.
Hilarious.
I was ready to go. I was serious about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was serious about it for real.
What you got planned for this Memorial Day weekend, man?
Man, I'm gonna go on a half day boat, go fishing on Monday.
Okay. But here's the question, Cal. When you are paying attention and you're on a date with a young lady, whether you're expecting sex on the first date or not, how do you converse with the woman, through dinner to see if it's going to go that way, or if you're just going to I'm cool, I'll drop her off, or I'll just let it go? How do you navigate that?
I think I'm gonna have it set up kind of before dinner. See, I'm kind of old school. I still like to talk on the phone.
Okay.
So we gonna have some rhythm already, down.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go out. We're going to go out and have a good time, and then it's up to me just not to fuck it up.
Right.
That's been my pattern.
Okay. So when you go through your...
Because you can talk yourself out of some pussy.
Right.
So so part of your pattern, are you setting it up for some pussy at the end of the date?
The first date, it just all depends on the rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of all depends on the rhythm. That's why I said I'm going to set it up. I'm not going to really shoot a shot. But if it's working, if I see it working, I'm making adjustments throughout the night.
Right.
If I see it working and she invites me in, or she set me up to invite me in, or she want to come over to my place, or she accept that invitation over to my place, it just all depends on the rhythm of the night.
But we all been there though, player.
Shout out El DeBarge.
But we all been there too when we got to the point where you done got it, and you done did the kissing, you the caressing, you fondling, you got your fingers down there and all that, and you ready, and then it's like, well, no, I just want to get to know you. I want to take it slow, and I think I'm gonna go home, and your shit is like, wait a minute, hold up, what the fuck? you got to make that adjustment then too, right?
Yeah. I've been in that situation.
Yeah.
Well, how long would you wait? How long would you wait?
That's a good question. You know,
Now let me ask you.
I really haven't given that much thought.
Now let me ask you this.
I probably wait. It just depends on her.
Now let me ask you this.
It just really depends on her and what we got going.
We've been in that situation, like you said. You've been in that situation with a woman before, right?
Yes.
Now, did you pursue it after that, or did you just like fuck that? I don't want to go through that again.
Well, see, she told me I had the panties down. I'm staring right at it. We really hadn't done it. You know, we were making out. And she said, before we do this, I want you to be my boyfriend. I said, well, put your clothes back on. Because it was, you know.
Right.
And so I remember she kind of made some contact. It was kind of a player move, but I booed her because she was still kind of coming back. I had moved on to another girl, and she was still coming back. But I'm kind of a stand-up dude. I don't really like to play around like that.
Yeah, I feel that.
And so even though I wasn't I wasn't gonna lie to her about having a relationship with her.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I was down for the sex, you know, and let's keep it like that. But I you know, she wasn't my type.
Now is your flavor that you date primarily black women, white women, Hispanic women, Asian women? Or you like Baskin Robbins? Or you like Baskin Robbins?
I do like the rainbow sherbet. I'm actually married. You know, I'm married and she's Asian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we kind of talked. You guys were talking me through my little separation.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
so.
Okay, cool.
So, but I've dated all kinds.
All right, cool, man.
Okay.
All right, player, man.
Now we know.
Thanks for the call, man. Be safe out there, homie.
Hey, y'all have a good Memorial Day.
All right, you too, man.
You as well, Calvin.
What you got planned for this weekend, man?
Just working.
That's good.
We just getting it in.
I'm doing the same thing. POTUS, what you got? You queuing?
You want some meat this weekend?
Ooh. Barbecue, charcoal broil.
My sister and her kids are coming down to visit my dad. He's been in the hospital.
Oh.
He's doing better today.
Okay.
Good.
But yeah, they're coming down, so I'm gonna spend time with my family.
Good.
Y'all don't drink coffee. Y'all not boycotting Tuesday, are y'all?
What's that?
Starbucks, they closing.
Oh, that's the whole meeting thing.
That's the whole meet and greet, like on the racism thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't retrain a racist. You know, you racist, you racist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so no sensitivity, no training, that ain't gonna take it out of you.
Okay.
Sweet Willy Wonka.
Caller.
Nigga, how you know, nigga?
Nigga, my dog, nigga.
It's
I
your
know.
time.
Yes, sir. What's up, player?
What's happening, man? Hey, John, listen. I gotta ask you a question about the bathroom story. Just one question.
Go ahead.
So after you motherfucking left, did you go home and tie a dictionary book to the end of your dick and do butt naked squats in the mirror? And seek your revenge?
Nah, play. I went home and just like went to
Hilarious.
sleep and just like I'm done with the pipe. I'm done with all that shit, yo. I was like, nigga, I was so embarrassed. I was like, never again.
Hey, man, look, it happens to the best of us, man. You know, I motherfucking was fucking with this white girl and shit, and her friend was over her crib, and nigga, long story short, I was too fucked up and shit. I did some pills and snorted a little of that white girl.
Right.
And motherfucker, I didn't even know I was walking into a threesome situation with these bitches.
Exactly.
And motherfucker, when the shit started popping off, because I started seeing these bitches acting weird and kind of fucking horny looking and shit, but when it started popping off, nigga, my dick wouldn't stay hard, nigga. It wouldn't motherfucking work with a nigga.
I'm out.
Exactly. Like, nigga, I'm on my own, nigga. Exactly.
Nigga, I was the super duper lamest nigga in the history of motherfucking a nigga finna fuck two white girls, nigga.
Exactly.
You know
There you go.
But let me ask y'all something before I get up out of here, man. Hey, man, I've been wanting to ask y'all this. Because Lou is gone now, so y'all niggas can keep it real.
Right.
If y'all niggas was stranded on an island with one comedian, who would that one comedian be? Go.
Mine would have to be Robin Harris.
Mine would be Red Fox.
It's Robin.
See, both of y'all niggas is tripping. You know who mine would be?
Who?
Tiffany Haddish, nigga. I'm out.
Yo, you still there?
He's out.
Yeah. All right, man. So
Tiffany
That
Haddish.
was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one, yeah.
That was a good one.
There you go. Tiffany Haddish.
All right. Well, we want to thank you all for listening. Happy Memorial Day.
Be safe out there this weekend.
Yeah, be safe because we were talking about drinking and driving earlier.
Are they out there? All
So
states.
they out there.
Pull you over DUI checkpoints.
Buzz driving is drunk driving. That's what I read on the freeway.
Yeah, and that's some bullshit right there. I can drive buzzed.
They've been putting it out. You see the PSAs now they putting out now?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you smoke a little weed,
Yeah.
that's considered, it's like.
Buzz
what?
driving.
It's like, okay. That's what they call it now.
And don't forget, people out here in California, I don't know, it could be all over the country. June 5th, get out there and vote. I know some people don't believe in it, but at least vote locally.
That's our primary right there, yep.
Yep. So
June 5th?
Yep.
June 5th.
Oh, and shout out to Stacey Abrams. Got to give it up for her.
Yeah, the first black woman to be...
Democratic nominee for the governor of Georgia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so making things happen, y'all, so our voices are important.
Yeah, so get out there and vote. And then next week we're going to have a show on here hosted by political commentator Jasmine Canick. She's going to break down all the stuff that's on the ballot, especially here in California. So you guys have a great weekend.
See you guys next week.
In a Man's World.
I'm Jeff Arnold.
TDP.
Louis Dix will be back with 2 hours of his Love Fest with Code 3 that we have to sit through and fall asleep.
You got to catch the update.
Oh, yeah.
So nosy.
Yeah.
I know somebody was in the chat room and said, "What's up, Nose Hive?"
Nose Hive. Oh.
Killing that dude, oh, man.
All right, y'all.
Have you been looking for something delicious and amazing to eat? Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market has just what you need to fill that appetite. Come on in. Try our signature hot and cold sandwiches made with Boar's Head quality meats, as well as our salads, smoothies, and special vegan items. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market also offers premium catering for any event. Give us a call at 347-981-8408. We're a family-owned business located in the heart of Leimert Park community, 4308 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Brooklyn Deli 14. And look us up on Yelp. See why we're rated 5 stars. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market, where quality food meets excellent service.
Cut! All right, let's take it again. Cut it!
I have what you need.
Love at first sip. Every time.